What's going on, Geeks and Gamers? This is Ryan with our Outpost and geeksandgamers.com. Today I'm coming to you with another character from the Star Wars Expanded Universe. This time one from the Old Republic era. Specifically a character who was created for the Star Wars The Old Republic MMO game. The reason I'm talking about him today is because on Tuesday, October 22nd, SWTOR is getting an expansion, Onslaught. Yes, another expansion. I know some of you may be thinking, wow, that game's still going. Yeah, it's still going pretty strong depending on, your opinion of it. I find a ton of enjoyment out of Star Wars The Old Republic. I wish I had an opportunity to play it more and level up all my characters. There's great storylines. You can play it any way you want. You can play with a bunch of people. You can play by yourself. But one character who got a lot of fan love and appreciation is a character who was specifically created for this game, and that's Darth Malgus.
I fight because that is what I was made to do, and the Empire is the instrument through which I must realize my purpose. The Empire's war made manifest. That is why it is perfect.
The man who would be known as Darth Malgus was born in the year 3701, before the Battle of Yavin. Born with great potential in the Force, Veridin lived with his adoptive father, caring for animals in his father's private zoo. As a young man, Veridin killed a young Twi'lek servant after a minor offense for no other reason other than to prove himself worthy of becoming a Sith. He was then sent to the Sith Academy on Dromund Kaas to become a fierce Sith warrior. He was selected to be apprenticed to the pureblood Sith master Vindikin. On a mission to the planet Geonosis, Veridin discovered a Twi'lek slave named Elena who had been beaten by her owner. Veridin killed her owner and took the Twi'lek as his own slave. They would grow to become lovers, and he treated her as his wife, even though the Empire was staunchly anti-alien. After being officially accepted as an apprentice, Veridin took on the name Malgus. In 3681 BBY, the hidden Sith Empire returned and launched a sneak attack on the Republic, resulting in the Great Galactic War. Vindikin and Malgus were sent to help take the ancient Sith world of Korriban in an assault on the Republic space station. Meeting two Jedi and their allies, Satele Shan and her master, Jedi Battle Master Cal Sindarik, as well as Republic troopers, they engaged the Jedi in battle. After a furious exchange with both Vindikin and Malgus, in which Satele Shan was nearly killed, Cal Sindarik told Satele that she needed to escape, to warn the Republic of the return of the Sith. Now using his lightsaber, along with his apprentice's double-bladed one, Sindarik used his renowned skill as he fought the Sith to a standstill, eventually gaining the advantage and stabbing the Sith Master Vindikin through the chest. After his master's fall, Malgus summoned his master's lightsaber to his hand and let his rage flow. Fighting through telekinetic attacks, Malgus came down on the skilled Jedi with fierce blows, quickly disarming him and striking him down. Mocking his still-living master, he took the chance to gaze upon their victory, while punishing his master with death for allowing the apprentice and her allies to escape. He then experienced a vision on Korriban, allowing him to think that he would be the one to ultimately take down the Jedi Order and the Republic. In 3667 BBY, having attained the rank of Sith Lord and Darth Malgus, he led the attack on a peaceful world of Alderaan. Encountering Havoc Squad, led by Commander Jace Malcolm, the same trooper who had eluded him on Korriban, they launched a guerrilla counterattack. Malcolm launched rockets at Malgus, who deflected them but was still burnt on his face. But ultimately the attack failed, and Malcolm was captured. He was about to be executed at the hands of the Sith until the sudden appearance of Satele Shan, the apprentice who had so narrowly escaped Korriban years before. A rematch ensued, with a more experienced and confident Satele up against the feared and powerful Sith Lord. Once again, Darth Malgus gained the upper hand, and Satele Shan only avoided being killed by her rare talents in Tuta Minis, the ability to absorb energy. Then Malcolm ambushed Malgus, blowing up a grenade in Malgus's face, and Satele Shan blasted him into a nearby cliff with the Force, bringing the stone cliff down to bury him. Defeated and barely alive, Malgus's rage was able to stave off the pain. His lungs were damaged from the rocket and grenade blasts, and he was equipped with a respirator to allow him to breathe. For the next several years, Malgus led Sith armies in the capture of many worlds in the Outer Rim, continuing to march toward the center of the galaxy. In 3653 BBY, Darth Malgus, along with his slave Elena, went to Coruscant to launch a sneak attack on the Jedi Temple. Their external defenses were light, and Malgus quickly dispatched them. Standing in the middle of the temple, the Jedi gathered, including the Great Master Venzalo, until suddenly a strike force in a stolen shuttle burst through the temple, coming to a stop just behind Malgus and pouring out the 50 lightsaber-wielding Sith who were waiting for the ambush. Chaos reigned supreme as the battle raged, Malgus and Elena back to back, with Malgus taking out numerous Jedi. Realizing that the Jedi were on the defensive and being beaten back, he searched out Zalo, who in that moment deflected 2 bolts back into Elena, wounding her. Consumed and hyper-focused by his rage, he rushed towards the Jedi Master. They locked sabers and engaged in furious combat, with first Malgus having the upper hand, and then eventually Zalo. As Malgus was driven back, he feigned to be overwhelmed, and Zalo came in for the killing blow, only to be outmaneuvered by Malgus, who thrust the saber into Zalo's gut. Jedi Master Venzalo died as he watched Khorasan burning around him. Sending Elena for medical treatment, Malgus basked in the glory of the temple's destruction, but pondered his relationship with the Twi'lek. Already she had been used against him by his rivals, and he was emotionally invested in her. She was his one true weakness, so he took her life, freeing him of not only his emotional attachment, but the stigma of his alien lover. In doing this, it only fueled his rage, making him stronger and more powerful in the dark side. After the Treaty of Khorasan officially ending the war, Malgus got away from the political posturing in the Dark Council, instead leading military forces in the unknown regions and involved in many major operations. Following the suspected death of the Sith Emperor and the resulting grab for power, Malgus actually worked with the Republic to defeat his rivals and to take a seat on the Dark Council for himself. But with this new power, he secretly schemed to create an armada for himself and gave a speech declaring a new, true empire, free from the bickering of the Dark Council. He used the foundry that Revan had used many years earlier to create a droid army, more powerful than what the galaxy had seen almost 300 years prior. Many Sith fell under his leadership, but after many skirmishes and battles, Malgus was eventually overthrown and suspected to be dead. But in fact, he had survived the attempt on his life. Some suspected that Thexan and Arkan, sons of Emperor Valkorion of the Eternal Empire, had frozen him in carbonite and presented him to their father. Whatever the case, Malgus made a shocking return on Ossus in the service of Empress Asina, on a short leash after his failed coup, and led the attack on the Jedi colony. An impressive warrior filled by rage, with a cunning and tactical mind, Malgus would go down in history as one of the most powerful and influential Sith Lords in the era of the Old Republic, studied and discussed by other great lords, such as Bane, Sidious, and Vader. And that's the story of Darth Malgus, whose story isn't actually over. We know he's going to be an onslaught. We've seen some of it in the trailers for it. We don't know quite what role he's going to play, but anytime Malgus is involved, people are really interested. Like I said, he's definitely a fan favorite character and an extremely powerful Sith Lord, and just one of the many examples of characters that were created for the Star Wars Expanded Universe that people just love so much in their hearts. Hope you guys are enjoying these kind of EU lore videos that I'm doing. They take a lot of time and a lot of effort, but I really have a good time doing it. I hope that you guys are getting introduced to some new characters, or if you know about them, you're learning a little more, or maybe just remembering some of the great experiences you had. But either way, make sure to let us know what you think in the comments below. Are there any other characters you'd like to see me do on this channel or on my own? Let me know. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.